Okay, guys, so another conversation that came up today, and it came up with other professionals who are part of a transaction. And we were just chatting about the way our world has gotten to where everybody expects immediacy, or they want everything to work out for them. And it's not that it won't work out for them, but it may not work out for them in the time frame that they want. And especially in transactions, everything we do is connected to action. So, for example, a seller may be upset that we are still working through the process of getting clear title on a property to sell it, but their engagement the first 6 months is what kind of starts the ticker. Not just signing the paperwork, but the engagement and getting the additional documents back and all of those types of things. Then you get a survey. And sometimes, listen, you can do all the right things. You can do all the right things. And if you haven't worked with somebody who knows the possibilities of what could come up or the importance of knowing what you need to encounter, and believe me, like myself, I have learned this the hard way, not the easy way. Like, I trusted what buyers have told me. I have trusted what attorneys have told me. I have trusted what sellers have told me. And it's not that you can't trust people, but there is so much more than the average person knows in ensuring that. And it's different, like when you have purchased a property and you know you've gotten clear title and you know you've done those things. But it's another when you inherit a piece of land and you think you know, but you don't know that in 1938, your grandpa sold a quarter of his minerals to an oil company. And what you think you have and what you actually have in negotiations could be completely different. And that's something that you typically don't find out until further down the road. But what the conversation was today is how much harder it is to manage the expectations of clients, whether they're buyers or sellers, when a professional on the other side of it does not prepare them for those possibilities. And then thinking that, again, you just sign something or it's taken to title, we've got it, we can fix it. I've been on the side of transactions where it took 2 years, 3 years, 6 months, 10 signatures, a virtual notary in another country to get things done. And it's a lot of times, whether it, like any service industry, you can catch the brunt of people's emotions sometimes, but it's just like anything at a title company. Title takes the brunt if there's a hiccup or if they don't just say okay. And the thing that I don't know that everybody understands is that title officer can only do so much. It goes back to the underwriters who are going to have the insurance policy on that title of land. And all of them operate different. I've been in situations where we have had to switch title companies, or where one set of underwriters approve something where another one doesn't. But our goal should always be to get it to the closing table, but not being upfront about the fact that there are other pieces that we need to uncover before we just say this is reality. And I guess I just want to get on here and say, because it was really an interesting conversation coming from a different perspective, but somebody who sees it as well. And I think, again, when you are in a service industry, it's really easy for some people to look at you like, that you just don't know, or that you haven't done enough of transactions, or you haven't run into this situation and you need somebody that has more experience. But the reality is speed doesn't always solve the problem, right? And sometimes there are people who have run into it and know, and they don't even want to mess with it. And so I understand emotions and frustrations and all of those things, but from one professional to other professionals, I encourage all of you to really be cognizant and mindful of why another professional is doing what they're doing. And it's totally okay to check each other, but it's another thing to talk down to or condescending towards, or even combative, because at the end of the day, I mean, like in a real estate transaction, we're all trying to get to the closing table. So we're doing what we can to do that. And so although we may have moments where we're in negotiation, we all have that common goal. And it's the same thing for those other people who support us and work with us. That's what they want also. They don't want to lose a transaction. And that's just one of the things that as professionals we always need to go in knowing that there is a reason that they're handling a process the way they're handling a process. And that's all I wanted to say, because it was clearly very important to the other person I talked to today. And yeah, it's just one of those things that I think we forget because we want to make people happy, right? And we want to give them what they want. We want to give them some closure or some progress, but you also have to be realistic within the bounds of what another professional may have to do to get it there.